are going to take the next poem. That is, we are coming to the next unit, unit 4. So up to unit 3 we are over, isn't it? Unit 3 is My Shadow and Robinson Crusoe. So we have come to the end of that unit. Now we are coming to the next unit, that is unit 4, crying. Crying means all are crying, isn't it? Same only. Cry means if your mother scold you or if they beat you, what happened? You cry. So that cry. So here the poet is saying we should cry loudly. We should cry loudly. Understood? And then how we can stop crying? Go and take a bath. Then we can stop crying. Understood? Now we will see. Crying only a little bit is no use. You must cry until your pillow is soaked. Soaked means S-O-A-K-E-D. Soaked means to become wet. To become wet. So we have to cry till our pillow become wet. See, when your parents beat you and if you are crying, you just go to your bed, you will lie down, isn't it, with your pillow. So when crying, all the tears coming from your eyes should make the pillow wet. കണ്ണുനീരെല്ലാം കൊണ്ട് pillow എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? നനയണം. Understood? Then you can jump in the shower and splash, splash, splash. After that, you should jump and have a good showering. Showering? Understood? See the picture. See the picture. This is the child making the pillow wet. And here he is having the shower. Then you can throw open your window. You can throw open means you can open widely. Throw open means open widely. Throw open means widely. And ha 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 ha. Then you can make that sound ha 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 ha. Understood? And if people say, hey, what is going on up there? And if anybody asks you, what are you doing there? Ha ha ha, sing back. Happiness was hiding in the last tear. I wept it. Ha ha ha. That means that tears are there in the eyes till the end. And after that, what did I do? I laughed myself. അതായത് കണ്ണുനീരിൻ്റെ ലാസ്റ്റ് കണ്ണുനീരിലായപ്പോഴേക്കും എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ തുടങ്ങി? ചിരിക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങി. Understood? So along with that means crying only a little bit is of no use. You must cry until your pillow is soft. തലന നനയുന്നത് വരെ what you have to do? You have to cry. Then you can jump in the shower and splash, splash, splash. Then you can go and have a good showering. നല്ലൊരു ഷവറിങ്, വെള്ളം നല്ല വെള്ളം നിറയെ വീഴണം. Then you can open your window. ജനൽ തുറന്നിട്ടിട്ട് ha ha ha, you can laugh ha ha ha. What is going on up there? People ask. ആരെങ്കിലും ചോദിക്കും എന്താണ് അവിടെ നടക്കുന്നത്? Ha ha ha, sing back. Happiness was hiding in the last tear. I wept it. Ha ha ha. അവസാനം കണ്ണുനീരിലൂടെ കരഞ്ഞു. കരഞ്ഞു തീർന്നിട്ട് ഞാൻ എന്ത് ചെയ്തു? I laughed. Understood? Do you understand? Crying only a little bit is no use. You must cry until your pillow is soaked. Then you can jump in the shower and splash, splash, splash. Then you can open your window and ha ha ha. And if people say, hey, what is going on up there? Ha ha, sing back. Happiness was hiding in the last tear. I wept it. Ha ha. അവസാന കണ്ണുനീരിൽ എന്ത് നിറഞ്ഞു നിൽക്കുമായിരുന്നു? സന്തോഷം നിറഞ്ഞു നിൽക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ കരഞ്ഞ് തീർന്നു. Understood? Wept means shed tears, weeping, crying. Now, according to the poet, should you cry a little or should you cry a lot? Poet പറയുന്നതിൽ നമ്മൾ കുറച്ച് കരയണോ or ഒത്തിരി കരയണോ? You should cry. You should cry a lot or little. What you have to do? Cry only a little bit is no use. So that means you have to cry and cry till the pillow is soaked. അതായത് നിങ്ങൾ ഒത്തിരി കരയണം എന്തുവരെ? ആ പില്ലോ നനയുന്നത് വരെ. Understood? So you should cry a lot. Isn't it? What is the first one? Cry little. Crying little is no use. കുറച്ച് കരയുന്നത് പ്രയോജനമില്ല. So you should cry a lot. You should cry a lot. Understood? You should cry a lot. Now next one. What can you do after crying a lot? So after crying, what you have to do? You should have a shower. You should, after crying, what should you have? You should have a shower. So when you have shower, what you will do? You will enjoy yourself and you will start laughing. Isn't it? You will start laughing. Read the first two lines of the poem. Is the mood happy, sad? First two lines. Crying only a little bit is no use. You must cry until your pillow is soft. So happy, sad, angry, jealous or upset? Sad. In the last few lines, the mood of the poet has changed. Very happy, angry, cheerful, sad or jealous? Yes, cheerful. Isn't it? He is cheerful because he is laughing. Cheerful. Cheerful means happy. Are the sentence right or wrong? The poet says you must not cry much. Poet is saying don't cry a lot. No. Poet is saying you have to cry till the pillow is soft. അപ്പോൾ പില്ലോ നനഞ്ഞു വരണമെങ്കിൽ ചെറുതായിട്ട് കരയണം ഒത്തിരി കരയണം. We have to cry a lot. So the first one is, what is the first one, true or false? The poet says you must not cry much. No, you must cry much. Isn't it? So that is false. First one is false. Second one, the poet says that you should cry till your pillow is soft. Yes, you have to cry till your pillow is soft. That is true. Pillow nanayunnathu vare what you have to do? You have to cry. Third one, the poet says that after crying you should open the window and laugh so that people will see that you are happy. After crying, open the window and say ha ha ha. Isn't it? That is true. Now, fourth one, the poet says that you should open the window and show people that you are crying. Poet is saying open the window and say you are crying. ജനല് തുറന്നിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ കരയണമെന്ന് മറ്റുള്ളവരെ കാണിക്കണോ? No, it is false. Open the window and you have to do what? You have to laugh. Ha 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 ha. Isn't it? Now the next one. Where do you cry? What are the things that make you cry? So where do you cry? Anywhere at home you can cry, isn't it? Or in the school, if the teacher punishes you, some children, what they will do? They will cry. Things that make you cry. So anything that we feel sad, isn't it? Anything that makes us feel sad or unhappy, what happens? We cry. The little sad or unhappy things is there in our life, what we will do? We will cry. Can you cry when you are happy? Suppose you are happy. Can you cry? സന്തോഷമായിട്ടിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ കരയാൻ പറ്റും? No, you don't feel crying, isn't it? Now, what are the things that make you happy? In what ways do you show your happiness? We can enjoy ourselves, isn't it? We can laugh. We can laugh like anything to show that we are happy. Laughing makes us show that we are happy. Say aloud, say loudly. Dash, bash, splash, cash, crash. Steer, tear, clear, dear, dear. So all are having the same sound, but what is there? Their spellings are different and their meanings also different. Shower, power, tower, flower, mower. Poked, croaked, soaked, strocked, joked. Wept, kept, crept, leapt, slept. So all are having the same rhyming sound, but what is different? Their spellings and the meanings are different. Their spellings and the meanings are different. Meanings are different. Understood? But the sound is same. Now the word happiness ends in NESs and comes from the word happy. Write 3 words that end in same way. So I am adding NES. NESs. Happiness. 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 Isn't it? Now say another 3 words. Yes. Kindness. KINDNESS. One more. Kindness. Then gentleness. GENTLENESS. Correct? Faithfulness. 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 Correct? Kindness, gentleness, faithfulness. Say again any other word. Faithfulness, colorness. Yes. So these are the 3 words which we can make. Understood? Now fill in the blanks with that feeling word. The tourists were dashed to see the beautiful Taj Mahal. Amazed. Amazed means surprised. Shocked means having the shock. Worried means not happy. So how is the tourist? Tourists are amazed. Yes, tourists are amazed. Amazed means surprised. The lights went out suddenly. I was alone and worried, shocked, frightened. I was frightened. When the light goes, how do you feel? Frightened. He has been ill for a long time and his parents were unhappy, worried, angry. Parents were worried because he was not feeling well. So the parents are worried. 4. The shopkeeper was dashed when he saw his safe wide open with all his money missing. Somebody, a robber, had come and taken away all his money. So how do the shopkeeper feel? Unhappy, shocked or angry? Yes. Shopkeeper felt shocked. He was shocked to see all his money are taken away. Understood? Now next question. Narrate an incident when you have experienced happiness, excitement, surprise. You can use the following clause. With whom? When. So you can write any event or any incident when you were happy with. Sometimes you can write with your friend or with your mother or father or your sister, brother, anything. And say, when did it happen? So when was you and your sister or you and your brother, you and your parents were enjoying, excited? We can say when we went for a picnic, isn't it? Or when we went to the zoo to see when we saw all the animals, we were excited, isn't it? And at the same time felt happy also or surprised to see all the animals roaming, isn't it? Only when we go to the forest we can see, but when we go to the zoo we can see the animals very near to us. That you have to write here. Understood? You can get the help from your parents and you can complete it. Now food for thought. When you have something serious to think about, then you have food for thought. Here are food for your thought. Tomatoes are red, beans are green, a brinjal has a crown. Crown means that stem of that. Just like a queen, potatoes are brown, onions are pink, carrots are juice which I can drink. Vegetables make me healthy and wise, so eat some daily with roti. And that means along with your rice and roti, you must eat all these vegetables, one or the other daily in your food. This any one of these items should be there. Understood? So now we see that the poem is over. I will just read the poem. Crying only a little bit is no use. You must cry until your pillow is soft. Then you can jump in the shower and splash, splash, splash. Then you can throw open your window and ha ha ha. And if people say, hey, what is going on up there? Ha ha, sing back. Happiness was hiding in the last tear. I wept it, ha ha ha. So now along with the poem, we will start taking the next one, that is my elder brother. Understood? We can see what is happening with my elder brother. Second is my elder brother. My elder brother. Who is an elder brother? Who is older than you? Who is older than you? Isn't it? Who is older than you? We can see between two brothers. Story of two brothers. This short story is about two brothers who are affectionate and respectable to each other. Affectionate. A-F-F-E-C-T-I-O-N-A-T-E. Affectionate and respect. So these two brothers are having respect to each other. They respect to each other means that they obey to each other. They love each other and they are affectionate towards each other. The story also shows that learning from our day-to-day experience is as important as what we learn from books in the school. So learning from our experience is more than what we are learning from school. Learning from experience. Learning from experience is more than learning from school. So more lessons of life, about life, more lessons about life we will come to know from our experience. We will come to know from our experience. So the experience is a lesson from where we are learning more. Experience is a lesson from where we are learning more than what we are learning from school. നിന്ന് പഠിക്കുന്നതിനേക്കാൾ കൂടുതൽ നമ്മൾ ഏതിൽ നിന്ന് പഠിക്കുന്നത്? നമ്മുടെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് മീൻസ് അനുഭവത്തിലൂടെ പഠിക്കുന്നു. Understood? Is as important as we learn from school, books in the school. This play is based on the famous story in Hindi, Bade Bhai Sahib, written by Munshi Premchand. So this story is taken from where? Story is taken from Bade Bhai Sahib by Premchand. Bade Bhai means younger, elder, isn't it? Bhai, brother, Sahib. written by Munshi Premchand. Munshi Premchand. So it is a Hindi story, isn't it? That is Bade by Sahib. Bade elder by brother. Sahib given Bade by. Understood? My elder brother. It is a Hindi story written by Munshi Premchand. Now we will see what is the story about. Scene 1. A hostel room. So the story is taking place where? In a hostel. Hostel is what? Where in every school and colleges there are hostels, isn't it? Children used to stay there and then have their studies. Hostel is same. Two brothers aged 9 and 14. So the brothers age is, one brother is, two brothers we have said. One brother, two brothers, yes. Two brothers are staying where? In the hostel. One is 9 years and another one is 14 years. 9 years old and another one 14 years old. So which is the elder one? Elder one is 14 years old. Younger is 9 years old. Understood? So both are staying, sitting at a study table. The elder brother Bhaiya is reading a book and the younger one Munna is drawing picture of birds and animals. So the elder one, he is Bhaiya. Understood? And 9 years old is Munna. So what is Bhaiya doing? Big brother is doing what he is doing? He is studying and he is reading the book. And second brother Munna, he is 9 years old, isn't it? What is he doing? Drawing pictures of birds and animals. So they are sitting around the studying table. Studying table Munna is drawing pictures and Bhaiya is reading book. Bhaiya, what are you doing, Munna? So Bhaiya is asking Munna, what are you doing? I am drawing. So what is the answer given by Munna? I am drawing. When will you study? Where are you in the morning? Where were you in the morning? So the Bhaiya is asking, now you are drawing. So when are you going to study? And in the morning, where did you go? I was playing. Bhaiya, how can you sit with a book for hours together? So he is saying, for a long time, how can you sit and read? So I went for playing. So all the time with your books it is not possible. You also is like that. നിങ്ങൾ അങ്ങനെയല്ല, കുറച്ച് നേരം ഇരിക്കും, പിന്നെ ബുക്കെല്ലാം അടക്കി പറക്കി അവിടെ വെച്ചിട്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകും? കളിക്കാൻ പോകും. So Munna also said that all the time sitting with the book is not good. So I went for playing. ഞാൻ എന്ത് ചെയ്തു? കളിക്കാൻ പോയി. That is because I want my foundation in education to be very strong. If the base is strong, then the building will stand firmly. Sometimes it takes me 2 years to do 1 year work. So what is the Bhaiya saying? What did the brother say? That is because I want my foundation. So Bhaiya is what he is doing? He is reading, isn't it? So Munna was playing, isn't it? So Bhaiya is saying, I want to make my foundation very strong. So we are building the house, isn't it? Building the house, and if the foundation is not very strong, what will happen to the building? It will collapse. അതായത് നമ്മൾ ആദ്യം കെട്ടിടം പണിയുന്നതിന് ഫൗണ്ടേഷൻ വയ്ക്കും. ആ ഫൗണ്ടേഷൻ സ്ട്രോങ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ what will happen? Building will collapse. Building എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? മറിഞ്ഞ് വീഴും, ഇല്ലയോ? So brother is saying, Bhaiya is saying, I want to make my education very strong. എനിക്ക് എൻ്റെ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? I have to make it very strong. So that foundation of my education should be strong. If the base is strong, then the building will stand firmly. So when the basement is very strong, the building can stand. Otherwise, what will happen to the building? It will fall down, isn't it? Sometimes it takes me 2 years to do 1 year's work. Sometimes in order to make the foundation very strong, maybe sometimes 1 year work I have to take how many years? 2 years. Sometimes I have to take how many years? 2 years. 2 വർഷം എടുക്കേണ്ടി വരും. Bhaiya, you are 5 years older than I am. So what is the age? 14, isn't it? So Munna is saying you are 5 years elder than me. I wonder, you are 5 years older than I am and 3 classes ahead of me, and you are 3 classes upper than me. If the basic, I wonder why you keep writing the same word 20 times, one sentence more than 20 times, and copy poems several times in beautiful letters. So 3 classes higher than me and 5 years elder than me. Then that means you are little mature, isn't it? You are big enough. Then why you are writing all the words 20 times, or the poems 20 times, or the sentence 20 times, or the answers 20 times? You are also, your teacher is asked you to write the words or the spellings or the question answers 5 times or 3 times and then study. Why you are being asked to write and study? Yes, so that what you can do, you can remember when you are writing and studying, you can remember more than when you are reading, isn't it? So that makes you keep that in your mind. So one time you are writing, second time when you write a little bit, you are able to keep it in your mind. Third time when you write, more you can keep in your mind, isn't it? So 5 or 3 times when you write, that much memory will be there, isn't it? So Munna is asking, all the time you are reading and at the same time 3 classes you are higher than me and about 5 years older than me. Then why you want to write all these things, poems or notes or spellings or whatever, 20, why you are writing again and again? So Munna is thinking because he is 14 years old, why he has to write all the time 10 times or 5 times or 20 times. You know, studying English is no child's play. One has to work very hard in order to learn the subject. So simply we cannot study any subject. We have to work hard. To speak or write English properly, tremendous effort is required. Tremendous means always. Effort means that practice. That means more practice should be given, isn't it? More practice should be given. But the moment you get a chance, you run to the field, play marbles and fly paper kites, or sit idling away with friends for fun. Can't you sit down and study? So to study English, especially English, you need more practice. So how much practice we are doing, that much we can keep in our memory. It is what who was saying? Bhaiya was saying, isn't it? And all the time I have seen you, what Munna, instead of sitting and studying, what will Munna do? He will go and sit along with the friends and play or have jokes or fun. So he is not sitting in one place and doing all this kind of work. He is enjoying with his friend. So when Munna is always enjoying with his friends, playing, what is Bhaiya doing? Bhaiya sitting and studying. So he used to write and study about 20 times or 25 times, isn't it? So I am saying it is difficult. Difficult if you don't have any practice. So practice should be given in order to study the language. Understood? Oh Bhaiya, there is a big mela in the village today. Should we go? So the boy Munna wanted to enjoy his days, but his Bhaiya brother always sitting and learning. And what is the reason he is saying? He wanted to make a good foundation, isn't it? നല്ലൊരു foundation ഉണ്ടാക്കാം. And saying that today in our village a mela. Mela means an exhibition. Mela you have seen in your place also. Mela will come, isn't it? Mela exhibition. Saying that there is a mela. So can we go and enjoy that mela? Have you ever seen me going to a fair or going to watch a cricket or hockey match? I don't go near them. I prefer to study a book. I don't mind repeating a class for more than 2 years. But you might stay in the same class all your life. Do you expect to pass if you waste your time playing all the time? You are simply wasting father's hard-earned money. So the Bhaiya is giving advice, isn't it? Bhaiya is giving advice to whom? To Munna, saying that all the time you are not studying, you are just enjoying with your friends, isn't it? You are not reading your books. That means you will be put in the same class. That means you will be failing for the same class and you will be in the same class. And at the same time when you are failed, what is losing? You are losing your parents' money, isn't it? So the for 1 year they are spending means for suppose you think it is the 5th class and full payment for fees and bus fees, everything is being paid. And if you are not passing for the next year also, if you sit in the same class, what will happen? The parents had to spend the same money already they had spent, isn't it? So it is a loss for whom? For the parents. So Bhaiya is saying, if Munna don't spend his time for studying, what will happen? He is losing or he is wasting whose money? His parents' money. അതായത് ഒരേ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ തോറ്റിരുന്ന് വീണ്ടും ഫീസ് അടയ്ക്കുകയൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴേക്കും what are you doing? You are wasting. നിങ്ങളുടെ പേരൻസിൻ്റെ പണം വേസ്റ്റ് ആക്കുന്നു. Understood? So he is saying, I am not coming. I don't go for any fair or exhibition or mela. I want to sit and study, isn't it? So Bhaiya, what is he doing also? All the time sitting and reading. But what is happening to Munna? Munna is not spending more time for studying, but he is spending along with his friends and enjoying himself. Understood? So Bhaiya is saying, when you are sitting in the same class for more than 1 year, it means that you are wasting your parents' money. Munna starts crying on being scolded and sobbing sound. Wow, wow, wow. So when Bhaiya started saying, who started crying? Munna started crying because Bhaiya was scolding him, isn't it? Bhaiya was saying that all the time I am not going anywhere, I am not spending my time, wasting my time, all the time I am studying. But instead of studying, what you are doing? You are spending your time with your friends, enjoying with them, isn't it? And if you fail and sit in the same class, that means you are wasting whose money? You are wasting your parents' money. So hearing that, who started crying? Munna started crying. Bhaiya, I feel like running away and going back home. So Munna said, I don't want to stay in the hostel. I want to go back. No, now, stop crying. Put on a nice smile. Look, I will make a timetable for you to follow. Get up at dawn. Dawn means early morning. So what is Bhaiya saying? So Munna said, I don't want to stay in the hostel, I want to go home. So Bhaiya is saying, no, you will not go home now. You get up, be happy. I will make a timetable for you and you can start every morning with your timetable. Dawn means early morning. Dawn, early morning. So you have to get up early morning and you look the timetable and you study according to the timetable. So the Bhaiya, what did Bhaiya say? I will prepare for you. Have you seen the timetable in your textbook? This is the timetable. So we also used to see, our teachers also used to say, you know, when your exam comes, you make a timetable for studying, isn't it? So when you make a timetable and when you follow it, it will be easy for you, isn't it? That means you can start from 9 o'clock after your breakfast and all. You can start with your lessons, studying your lessons. That means according to the time when you study, it will be easy for you to prepare your lessons. So now we will see how is the timetable prepared by Bhaiya and given to Munna. Now, so what time he has to get up? 6 a.m. So morning 6 o'clock he has to get up. Morning 6 o'clock he has to get up. Then wash your hands, have your breakfast and sit down to study. So 6 o'clock itself he had to get fresh and then have his breakfast and start studying. 6 to 8 a.m. Now the subjects given to him. 6 to 8 a.m. 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock he had to study which language? English. Then 8 o'clock to 9. Then next 8 o'clock to 9 maths. Then 9 to 9:30 history. So that time it will be over. 3:30 p.m. Then off to school. So before going to school. So what time he is going to then off to school? That is 3:30 to 3 to 3:30. 9 to 9:30 history. Then off to school. Then 5 to coming back. So up to 9:30 he will study history. Then he will go to school. Then coming back from school 3:30. 5 to 6 coming, then getting fresh, then he had to study grammar, half an hour for strolling, then 6:30 to 7 English composition, then dinner, 8 to 9 translation, 9 to 10 Hindi, 10 to 11 other subjects and 10 to 2. So by 11 o'clock, 6 a.m. then up to 11 p.m. Up to 11 p.m. he had to study. So this is the starting time. He has to get up starting and then we are going to bed. By 11 o'clock going to bed. By 11 o'clock he has, so 6 o'clock he has to start, get up, be fresh, have breakfast and start studying up to 9:30. This goes up to 9:30. 9:30 then going to school. Then coming back by 3:30. By 3:30 he will be back. Then the lesson starts from 5 o'clock. 5 p.m. 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. So 2 times. Understood? So 6 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. morning. Then going to school. Then again coming back starting 5 p.m. in the evening 5 o'clock up to 11 o'clock. So this is the timetable given to Munna by his brother Bhaiya. Understood now? I'll read the lesson once more up to there. A hostel room, 2 brothers, understood all of you? Aged 9 and 14 years sitting at a study table. The elder brother Bhaiya is reading a book and the younger one Munna is drawing pictures of birds and animals. Bhaiya, what are you doing, Munna? I am drawing. When will you study? Where were you in the morning, Munna? I was playing, Bhaiya. How can you sit with a book for hours together? Bhaiya, that is because I want my foundation in education to be very strong. If the base is strong, then the building will stand firmly. Sometimes it takes me 2 years to do 1 year's work. Bhaiya, you are 5 years older than I am and 3 classes ahead of me. I wonder why you keep writing the same word 20 times, one sentence more than 20 times and copy poems several times in different beautiful letters. You know, studying English is no child's play. One has to work very hard in order to learn the subject. To speak or write English properly, tremendous effort is required. But the moment you get a chance, you run to the field, play marbles. Marbles means goli, and fly your kites or sit idling away with your friends for fun. Idling ജോലിയൊന്നും ചെയ്യാതെ. Can't you sit down and study? Oh Bhaiya, there is a big mela in the village today. Should we go? Have you ever seen me going to a fair or going to watch a cricket or hockey match? I don't go near them. I prefer to study a book. I don't mind repeating a class for more than 2 years. But you might stay in the same class all your life. Do you expect to pass if you waste your time playing all the time? You are simply wasting father's hard-earned money. Munna starts crying or being scolded and sobbing sounds wah wah. Bhaiya, I feel like running away and going back home. Now stop crying. Put on a nice smile. Look, I will make a timetable for you to follow. Get up all at dark. And the timetable time 6 a.m. Wash your hands, have your breakfast and sit down to study. 6 to 8 a.m. English, 8 to 9 a.m. Maths, 9 to 9:30 History. Then 3:30 p.m. off to school. 5 to 6 p.m. Grammar, 6:30 7 p.m. English composition. Then dinner. Dinner comes in between 7 and 8. Then again after dinner 8 to 9 translation, 9 to 10 Hindi and 10 to 11 other subjects, and then to bed. So this is the timetable given to. So with the help of the timetable, what did Bhaiya want Munna to do? Yes, with the help of the timetable, Bhaiya wanted Munna to study all the time. Why he wanted to make Munna study? Because if Munna fail in the class, what will happen? It is a waste of father's money. That means father is working hard in order to make them study, isn't it? So if he fails, the money will be wasted. So now you have to read up to the lesson. Understood?